Let us discuss some of the rules related to indefinite articles. It is used before acronyms and initialisms. When the first letter of an acronym or initialism begins with a vowel sound, use an. If it begins with a consonant sound, use a. For example, she is an MBA graduate. These are also used with silent H. Example, he received a honorary degree. Use a before words where H is also pronounced. For example, it's a historic event. Use an before letters and numbers that begin with a vowel sound. For example, she got an A on her paper. Use a or an in exclamatory sentences starting with how or such. For example, how, an interesting idea. Use a or an after quite when it modifies a noun. For example, that's quite a challenge. Use a or an after rather when it modifies a noun. For example, it's rather a dilemma. Use a or an before a singular noun to represent an entire class. For example, a whale is a mammal. Use an before nouns preceded by adjectives that start with a vowel sound. For example, an unusual event occurred. Use a before nouns preceded by adjectives that start with a consonant sound. For example, a beautiful painting was sold. Use a or an in expressions denoting frequency. For example, she visits once a week. Use a or an before nouns indicating nationality or religion. For example, he is an American. Use a or an before nouns indicating social rank or status. For example, she married a duke. Use a or an before units of measurement. For example, the fabric costs $10 a meter. Use a or an in similes and metaphors to compare. For example, she sings like an angel. These are also used before nouns in cliches or fixed expressions. Use a or an in certain fixed expressions. For example, it's a piece of cake. Use a or an before items in numbered list. For example, apples, bananas. Use a or an in parallel structures for emphasis. For example, she is both a mother and a teacher. These advanced rules and examples provide a deeper understanding of the usage of indefinite articles, which is crucial for mastering English grammar nuances, especially in competitive exam settings.